Mark, on number one, number two, number three, it's hard to write an equation, but mostly you notice the lines go here. You try to draw in the middle of it all. And I'm going to have a y-intercept. I'm going to say this is my y-intercept. That's 0. It's counting by 5. So I say 0, 28 is my y-intercept. So I'm going to use that. 0, 28 is my y-intercept. And I'm going to choose another dot. Let's say 5 and everyone's different, okay? 5 and 65. And this is why I hate doing this one, because you can have a different point, but make sure you choose a y-intercept so you can use the easier equation y equals mx plus b instead of y minus y1 equals m. That's when you don't, but once you have a y-intercept, you can use y equals mx plus b. So I'd put here 5 and 65, right? So I know that my y-intercept is already 28, so that goes here for b. B represents the y-intercept. Plus, now all I need to find is my slope. Y equals to whatever the slope is, and slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1, and that over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so y sub 2 is, the y in group number 2 is 65 minus 28, and x is 5 minus 0. So obviously slope is, denominator is 5, and that is 37 over 5. So your slope then, you use this one here. I'm going to change that to blue. 37 over 5. And that's your equation of your line. Much easier than point slope if you have the y-intercept. So there's two outliers. These two are outliers, right? You need to know that. Oh, what are the coordinates for the outliers? Okay, 9.5 and 70. And 5 and 100. The median numbers of math test scores. Okay, let's look at math test scores. Okay, math test scores, don't use this one because that's the one I added. So the lowest test scores is 50, and the next one is 60, and then 65. So 50, 60, and 65. 50, 60, and 65. And then I got 3 of them, that's 70. And then I got 2 of them at 75, and 1 of them at 80. And then I got 3 of them at 85, and 1 at 90. One at 90, and then 2 at 95, and 3 at 100. 2 at 95, and 3 of them at 100. And then to find median, just 2, 2, 3, third one, fourth one, fifth one, okay, sixth one, 7, 1, 8, 2 middle, you add them, you get 80, 2.5 is your median. Okay, let's not, this one, you don't need to do that one. Okay, exponent, basis, you need to start with your basis here. Basis 2, m, and n, right? And when there's parentheses on the outside, you distribute to the first one. This is a 1, so that's -3. Distribute to that one. That is -2 times -3, that's a +6. And then the other one is -3 all the way to the -1, which is a +3. Okay, because you have a exponent that is negative, you know it's a fraction answer. So the one that stays in the numerator are all the positive ones. Exponent, positive exponents. And then bottom one is the negative. That's how you do that. Okay, now when you're dividing, here your exponent, your base is x, you got a 4 and a 4. Exponent of 4 and a 4. When you divide, you are subtracting them, so x to the 0 power, which is equal to 1. Okay, so same thing. You got the base of y, exponent of -2, and the other one is also -2. When you divide, you're going to subtract them, so it's plus plus. So you get y to the 0 power, which is 1 whole. So you take this, you get 12, base of 12 and 4. They're not the same, so you can't subtract them. X 2 and 2, and y is 3 and 9. Subtract the exponent. So this one you get 3 as an answer. X to the 0 power, or that's 1, and 3 that's 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Times, that's y to the -6 power. Negative exponent, you got a fraction answer. 3 on top, y to the 6th on bottom. Okay, exponent here, got bases of 6, a and b. Division, okay, this is division, so the 6 has an exponent of 3 and a 1. A has an exponent of 5 and a 3. B has an exponent of 4 and a 4. Okay, subtract because it's division. So 6 to the 2nd power, a to the 2nd power, b to the 0 power, and 0 is 1. So your answer is 6 to the 2nd power, a to the 2nd power. Or another way to look at it is 36a squared. Okay, multiplication, base of 6, you add the exponent. 0 plus the 3, 6 to the 3rd power. Base of 2, base of x, base of y. 2 has a 3 and a -4 as an exponent. Okay, y has an x, -2, and 2 as an exponent. And x has, and y has an exponent of 3 and an invisible 1. This is multiplication, so we add them. 2 to the -1 power, x to the 0 power, y to the 4th power. This is 1 whole, so your answer is y to the 4th, 2 to the 1 are invisible, and 1 is 1, it becomes invisible too. This one right here, that is invisible. This one here, you have a base of 5 and 3, a and b. A has an exponent of -3 and -5. So that gives you -3 and -5. And b is just b to the 1st power, no other exponent. Okay, you would add these two together. You get 15a to the -8, b to the 1 power. So you got a fraction answer, 15, and b is on top, a to the 8th power. It's on bottom. Same thing here. Base of 6, base of p, base of n. P has an exponent of -8 and -2. So -8 and -2, and n has an exponent of 1 and 4. And then of course we add them because it's multiplication. So 6, there's nothing we can do with 6, so it's just 6p to the -10, n to the 5th power. We have a fraction problem. 6 and n to the 5th on top, p to the 10th on bottom. Right, find area of the shaded region. Okay, let's do the rectangle first. Area of that is just length times width. Explain. Okay, explain. Find area of rectangle by multiplying 16 times 11 to get, a calculator for that one, 176 inches squared. Next, find area. Okay, this is a diameter. Diameter is 16. Radius is 8. Area of half a circle by multiplying 3.14 times 8 squared divided by 2 to get 200.96 inches squared. Last, add 176 with 200.96 to get 376.96 inches squared. Okay, anytime you have percent, you need to make it into a decimal. 0.06, 0.65, 0.29. Multiply that by the total calories of 4,000. Okay, you get 4,000 times 0.06, get 240 here. Take that divided by this number there, you get 2. Okay, multiply this. You get, divide that by this 550. Get the answer of 4. And then multiply 4,000 times 0.25, you get 1,000. Divide that by 232. Uh-oh. Gave you the wrong, oh, that's 29. I did it wrong, that's why. 4,000 times 0.29, I get 1,160. Divide that by 232, I get 5. 5 bottles of lemonade. This is for one person. Okay. 50 apples. If he bought 50 apples, 100 serving of pasta, and 110 bottle of lemonade for 12 boys, 2 days, what should advise the coach to do? Okay, so this is for 12 boys, 2 days. 24 times that by 2 days, 48, 96, 120 bottles. Okay, 50 apples. He needs to return 2 apples because he only needs 48. And he bought too much of the pasta too. He bought 100 and he only need 96. Return first serving of pasta. And how about, and he also bought too much of the, well, no, he only bought 110 and need 120. And buy 10 more bottles of lemonade. Lemonade is 400 calories a bottle, and pasta is 500 calories a serving. Write in equation how much of food you must consume each day to get your needed calories, total calories per day. Let X be the number of bottles. Let Y be the number of serving of pasta. Okay, so 400x plus 500y equals to the 4,000 calories needed. 400x equals to 4,000, 500y equals to 1,000. Okay, and divide by 400, you get 10. Which is right here, 0, 1, 2, and then divide by 500. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Connect the dots, there goes your graph. And that's it for your homework.